Here she is. So it's never a stress-free, drama-free life for me right now with this car. This car was supposed to... Where do I even start? So my car broke to the point it nearly had to be scrapped. Luckily the garage that I visit are amazing people and they've managed to fix the issue, but wow, we have got a lot of catching up to do, both video wise and getting my car in shape for a camping trip. Anyway, let's get going in and I'll tell this story. Good morning from a very, very frosty and icy and snowy Scotland. So where do I begin? So last week I had big plans to go on a big adventure, and then I didn't go on an adventure. I was driving along this road right here, going home, picking up a few things before I headed to my parents, and this right here, or one of these right here, I hit a pothole and immediately felt a really big thud in the back of my back passenger wheel. Anyway, the car kind of went on as normal, so I thought, and then I heard a really bad screeching noise. I was like, okay, never heard that before. And then I took it to the garage, and the next day I just was hoping it was going to be like a broken coil spring, something really quite cheap and easy and quick to fix. It wasn't cheap or easy to fix, unfortunately. It started speaking about scenarios of how much did I pay for my car? Maybe it's worth scrapping it. Great, that's exactly what I want to hear after I've had this car for 6 months. Anyway, luckily the guy at the garage is really, really talented and he made a part. So the part that broke, this guy welded a part together to resemble it and fitted it, and it's a lot stronger and thicker steel than it was previously. So the good news is the car's absolutely working perfect now, and I also have new brake pads, so the car is good to go basically. Now part two. So as I mentioned, I was planning on going on a big trip, but first I needed to, and I mentioned this in my previous video, my previous now car setup was not cutting the mustard basically. It wasn't up to shape, it wasn't working for me and what I needed and sort of the priorities, etc. So I drove across to my parents' house because they have a driveway and I like to work from there, and I literally completely ripped out my current setup and I used the same sort of idea, but I improved it in my opinion. I'm not sure if you can see any of it from this angle. However, I'm going to show you some of the clips I recorded from last week when I was over there, so roll the clips now. Every time. Now this looks a little bit different to the last time you've seen it, because literally there is nothing inside. I have indeed gutted the back of my car out. My doors are locking for some reason, but I've took out the 2 seats in the back, which has given this place so much more room. I've removed the bed and I'm going to redo this thing basically. Nothing too complicated, but it gives me a lot more headspace in the car, so I can actually relax in the car. And yeah, I'm not going to speak too much on what I want the car to look like. You're going to see what it looks like in the end. But yeah, this is what it looks like now, and let's get started. So I'm a little bit nervous because I actually have been storing my bed frame in my parents' back garden for the last week, and it's been super heavy rain, so I've actually had it covered in this tarp, but I'm a little bit worried that the rain has got through to the main bed, because I do want to reuse the wood as much as possible because wood is bloody expensive. Okay, so first viewing the bed, it looks fine. It's a little bit wet, I'm not going to lie, but I think from what I can see it sustained the rain for the most part. It's a little bit damp. Okay. So remember on the clips you just seen, I listed out kind of the main issues in my car, mostly caused by the winter weather. In the summer it was a lot easier. However, one, the biggest priority for me is I wanted to be able to get in my car and drive at any point. I didn't want my camper sleep up to affect me being able to just jump in and drive just in case. So that was always priority number one. And number two was the headroom I had wasn't great. I mean, the car isn't massive, so I couldn't change it too much, but that was also a priority. And number three was being able to cook inside if I wanted to. So those were the three things that I really wanted to hit on this sort of rebuild, and I think I've done it pretty well. So without further ado, let's show you the reveal. Ta-da! Didn't really have the sort of entrance that I wanted, but this is literally my new camper build up. Now here is a little clip showing you what it looked like before, just to remind you if you haven't seen any of my videos before. So we're going to get in the car. As you can see, I have a camper build. And this is what it looks now. So I've used pretty much most of the same wood. I didn't really have to buy any, I just sort of reused it essentially. But before I just had a double bed area. I've now trimmed to a single bed because it's just me on these trips. So I don't need a double bed, as nice as that luxury is, but I would rather have other luxuries such as a table now inside. So everything else is kind of the same. I've got a lot of under sort of bed storage. That's pretty much the same from the sides. This is it here, I can store stuff under there as well, so still a good amount of storage for one person. I've laid this fake grass feel inside, just so it's not like harsh wood. Kind of opted that over carpet. I seen another YouTuber who I'm a really big fan of, Mav, do this in his, and I really liked it. It's like having the outdoors indoors. And this is something that I'm really happy with, which is having a table or a desk or whatever you want to call it inside my car. That is a game changer. And remember what I said, the thing I wanted most was to be able to just drive. The front is completely unaffected by this bed now, so I haven't had to do anything. I can literally just get out my car, out the driving seat and right into the back, which is a game changer. I'm so happy with this build. Scotland, and I think the whole of the UK, has had an absolutely, it's been hit really badly with winter weather basically. I mean, it's -1 degrees now. Everything is frosty and snow. We had snow a few days ago. It doesn't look like it from the shot, but I'm telling you right now, it is so cold. So tomorrow I'm going to go camping for the first time in this and in the extreme winter weather, and I am excited. I'm nervous, but doing it now with this setup gives me so much more confidence. So that's it for my new setup video. I hope that you think my new setup is the tiniest bit as cool as I do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Tune in for the next video, which will be my first camp. And my first camp in my new setup, and my first camp in freezing cold temperatures, because it's supposed to be like this for the rest of the week. So have a nice day, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.